Hi, my name is Hannah Barton. And I'm going to show y'all my prop box. It's a math one. So it's Math is Fun prop box. It's just in a cute little container here. And I got a whole bunch of stuff in there for them. I have some snap cubes because even though they're younger, snap cubes are still really fun to build and play with, and it kind of gives them some number recognition. It also works on their fine motor skills. I have tons of paper in here to let them draw out different things. They can make their own counters. They can draw a picture and be able to count how many different things are in there or make them into groups to kind of go with that. Of course, I have some pencils for them to doodle with, some crayons, and some little twistable colored pencils. I also have this Geoboard, which I think is really fun because although Geoboards are used for geometry and stuff like that, what little kid doesn't like playing with the rubber bands, and that helps them learn their shapes with it. They can see what they can create, and then they also get to just kind of have fun and just explore with it. I have some color counters so they can see how many yellow and how many red depending on how they fall when they drop them, stuff like that. I think these are pretty cool. I have a bunch of different shapes, 3D shapes that they can explore and they can manipulate with their hands and kind of like see what the shape feels like. They can open it up, see that something can go inside a 3D shape. They can close it back up and just kind of explore with that. So I have a bunch of those. Of course, I have some dice, which leads back into this idea I had. A lot of times people do math board games, but I thought it would be really cool if they got to create their own board game. So I have this little kind of template, and of course they could use the color counters, they could use the paper and make their own characters for it. But this way, when you give them just like the blank sheet, they can kind of explore and they can use the dice and they can make their rules themselves. And then I have just some more shapes in different colors. So not only are we working on our shapes and are we working on numbers, we're going to work on our colors with it. And of course, you can't have a math prop box without all the different shapes that they may not know now, but now when they get a little older, they'll be more familiar with it. And then I have a little eraser just in case we want to erase some of our doodles, but that's my math prop box. I think one of the main things that it works on is their fine motor skills and their physical development because they're manipulating like the rubber bands and they're moving around the figures. They're being able to explore with their hands. It's also developing them cognitively because they get to think, okay, I have these dice, they have these little dots on it, what number does that mean? And they get to start developing an idea of numbers and an idea of shapes before they're really exposed to it in an academic setting. And it also does them socially because you can't play a board game by yourself. You need a friend to come help you, and you get to work together to create the worlds, and you work together while you're playing it. So that's my Math is Fun prop box.